This video is going to change the game for you. Today, I'll be revealing the top 6 custom jump shots that will increase your shooting percentage immediately. There will be a jump shot for you in this video, and there will be shooting tips as well. I'm going to show you exactly when to release each jump shot, the best shooting settings, the best badge perk layout, and more. I shoot almost 80% from 3 in over 4,000 games, so I definitely know a thing or two about shooting. I also have a 92.4 win percentage, and by the time you're done watching this video, you'll be winning just as many games as me. Subscribe right now if you want to see more helpful content like this. And because you guys have been showing so much support recently, I got y'all with some VC codes for both Xbox and PlayStation. Type these in as fast as you can. Secure yourself some VC, and make sure you go down below right now and subscribe, especially if you want more VC giveaways. I'm gonna wait real quick. I'm gonna give you guys a few seconds, so you're not missing nothing with the video. Go down below, subscribe. Let's hit 900K. If you want $75, listen up. I'm teaming up with Underdog to give you guys $75 when you sign up on Underdog using code SOLO. All you have to do is play a $5 pick'em, and win or lose, they will give you $75. Plus, you'll also get an exclusive gimme pick you can play right away. On Underdog, just pick high or lower end player stats for a chance to win up to 5,000 extra money. At the time that I'm recording this is actually my favorite time to play on Underdog because we have the Christmas games. I also have my Underdog Unwrapped gimme pick right here. Underdog is available in most states, including Florida, California, and Texas. And again, sign up with code SOLO, play your first $5, and you'll unlock $75 in bonus entries and a gimme pick. What's up, guys? It's Solo back with another video, and today I'm going to be turning you guys into the best shooter that you can be on NBA 2K26. I'm going to be revealing all the secrets that the best players in the game do not want you to know about. If you listen to everything that I say in this video, you will without a doubt boost your 3-point percentage astronomically. That's a big word, but that's just how big of an increase you're going to be having on your 3-point percentage. We got to start out with the basics. You press start, you go over to options, you got the controller settings. Now I'm going to be honest, there's not too much stuff in here. We could actually start with the settings if you want. There's really nothing in here, but I know some people are going to be curious about that. So there's the settings if you want to copy them down, even though there's nothing in there. In the controller settings, you do have the shot timing visual cue, but if you do put on a custom jump shot, this setting is not going to matter. If you're playing Play Now or something like that, for some reason you're watching this video, then yeah, you want to put this on release or push. That's what I recommend. And then for shot meter input, make sure that's on all. Pro stick function, put that on default. Pro stick orientation, make sure that's on absolute. And then a lot of these settings don't really have to do with shooting. You guys can copy these down if you want. Now, where majority of the shooting settings actually are is under customize HUD. So you're going to want to go in here. There's a lot of very important stuff. Starting off with the one on the top right, we got shot meter shots. Now, it's been this way since 2K20. If you turn off your shot meter, you get a boost to your green window. So it's going to be easier to green your shots if you know your jump shot, of course. If this is going to be tough for you, again, watch the whole video. I got a bunch of shooting tips at the end, especially if you don't know how to shoot with your meter off. But 100% of the best players turn their meter off, so go ahead, turn visibility for shots off. And then the next thing that's important in here is going to be shot feedback. Put visibility on all shots. This will tell you the coverage, the distance, the timing, so you can make your adjustments. If you see you're shooting slightly late, then time it a little bit earlier. You could also see the coverage here, so it tells you a lot of things. Everything I'm explaining right now is very important, and a lot of you guys, especially if you're new, probably don't know these things. But if you press start, go to progression, and go to get boost, you guys will see I have unlimited jump shot boost. That's because I won the deep end event. Not trying to flex that, but I say this in every video every year, even if I don't have unlimited. Make sure you're buying jump shot boost. They truly do make a difference. It's been tested. You can ask any top player in the game. Everyone uses jump shot boost. Some people think it's just 2K's way of stealing your VC. No, like, you don't have to buy all the other boosts. I do have every boost right now, but I'm telling you, just the jump shot boost, that's all you need. If you don't have jump shot boost, you're at a disadvantage compared to the other players because all of the other good players have them. Now, you might be wondering, should I buy Gatorade? Now, you don't really need to buy Gatorade. If you're in a crew that's a high enough level, you'll have the unlimited Gatorade. The middle one, the thirst quencher, is the best one. You guys see on the right side, weekly workout. I have additional turbo meter active. You can see in the bottom right hand corner, the little blue part of the stamina bar. I have an additional turbo meter. I have extra stamina in game, and you 100% need this because if you know anything about 2K, when you're low on stamina, it's insanely tough to shoot. So you want to go to the Gatorade training facility and you want to walk around to these little blue circles you see, buy all these workouts, and you do 4 each week. You want to try to get 3 stars or better, and make sure that each week when they reset, you do 4 new workouts, because once you do all 12 of them, there's only 12 workouts. You guys can see I already have Workout Warrior unlocked. That's what you're going to get: 99 stamina, all available body types, and a permanent additional turbo meter. We do 4 workouts per week, so it'll take 3 weeks to do all 12 workouts. I know, pretty crazy math right there. This next tip is crucial, and a lot of people focus in on this if they're playing wagers or they're playing for money. Casual players wouldn't really think about this too much, especially if you're a beginner. But if you pull out the 2K phone, which is LBRB, I'm only explaining it like this because there's going to be a lot of Christmas noobs watching the video. But if you go over to your hot zone chart, I don't really focus on this too much because I just be playing a park and I'm fine with a few neutral zones, I guess. But if you're really trying to lock in and be the best shooter on the game, you want all of these to be hot zones, and then you want some lethal zones as well, which are the purple zones. Now, to get your hot zones, you guys can play my career. You can put it on rookie difficulty, just get a lot of shots up, green from each zone, try to go like 10 for 10 from each zone. Or you could go to open court athletics and just shoot in there. That's pretty easy as well to get your hot zones. How do you get your lethal zones? You got to go in here to the art of shooting facility. Once you go in here, and also back out, go to your settings, go to the main menu, whatever you got to do, make sure your difficulty, your game difficulty is on rookie, because it makes this so much easier. You want to talk to this guy, and then you want to pick 3 zones, which will reset in 3 weeks. So you pick the 3 zone challenge, and then you're basically just going to shoot 10 shots from each zone. You got to beat him basically in a shoot off. I already did it, so I can't do the challenge right now, but it's pretty self-explanatory, and it resets every 3 weeks. So make sure once that 3 weeks is up to come back and do your lethal zones again. Next up, if you go to progression and then scroll all the way down to takeover, you can unlock custom takeovers in this game. How you do that is you got to basically unlock all 44 takeover tokens. After a game, let's say you're playing in the park, you'll see a little meter for your takeover. You got to fill that 44 times. Once you guys unlock every single takeover, you can make custom takeovers. This is the one I'm currently running, especially if you're a guard. Speed with ball plus 15 is crazy, but the deep bomber takeover ability you could pull from the parking lot. This is like limitless range on, I'm not trying to say it because I don't want to get, you know, demonetized or whatever, but if you know, you know. Deep bomber is really good. Hydration hero is another really good one because you're gonna have full stamina, full adrenaline, which helps your shooting a lot. Use one of those 2 takeover abilities. Even if you don't have custom takeovers, look for hydration hero, look for deep bomber, and use one of those, or the sharpshooter takeover. You can't find any of the others. Next up, I want to talk about badges, and especially your badge perks, because these matter a lot. You guys can see on this build, I'm on my 6'8". I have legend Deadeye, legend shifty shooter, and legend set shot specialist. 3 of the best shooting badges in the game. Matter of fact, they're 3 of the only shooting badges in the game, because I think we only have like 5 this year. And on this build, I only have 4 because mini marksman is one of them. So limitless range I have on silver. Here are my badge perks. You guys can see I go shooting specialization on pretty much all my builds. I have Deadeye legend and shifty shooter legend. Set shot specialist is the best shooting badge in my opinion. Set shot and shifty, those 2, make sure you have them boosted. I don't care what type of build you have. If you're shooting, you got to have set shot shifty on the highest levels possible. Then you could go Deadeye, and then limitless range is honestly last. That's just my opinion. You don't got to listen to me. I know limitless range is the most known one, I guess, the one that people usually look at when they're creating builds, but I would say that's the least important of the 3. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to put you guys on to the best jump shots in the game. And I'm going to be starting off with my small guards. We'll go through all of them. You got the small guards, then you got the 6'5" to 6'9" builds, then you got the tall, like 7-foot jump shot builds. This jump shot right here, for the small guards, this is my 604. I'd be going crazy with it. It's easily the fastest jumper out of all the jump shots I'm going to be showing you guys today. And honestly, it's probably my favorite. Although I do play on my 6'8" the most, I'd be going crazy with this jump shot. I mean, you guys see it in the clips. I am not missing. I'm hitting contested. I'm pulling from half court. It doesn't matter. For my go-to shot, I use Steph Curry. I'm going to be honest. I never do the go-to shot really on small guard. And for your dribble pull-up, this is actually very important. Make sure you put on Pro 2. I think it's the best dribble pull-up in the game. Another really good one is Devin Booker. My spin jumper is Stephen Curry. My hop jumper is Jordan Clarkson, but I don't really do those. Here is my small guard jump shot. It's going to be base Patrick Mills. Release 1 is Baluba. Release 2 is Sexton. And you guys can see it right here. Full release speed, 70% Baluba, 30% Sexton. Look at the grades. Maxed out A+ release speed, A+ defensive immunity. We got an A for release height and a D for timing stability. This jumper is insane, but you do need to be starter for rep to get Patty Mills. It is worth it. So once you finally do reach that rep, if you're not that rep level yet, make sure you put on Patty Mills base if you're 6'4" or under. Also, to use the Patty Mills base, you need an 81.3. To use this full custom jump shot, you need an 84.3 or midi. So if for some reason you have an 81 but not an 84, maybe you only have an 83 3-pointer, you could still use Patty Mills base, just tweak the releases a little bit. If you're not a starter for rep, and even if you are, this jumper might even work better, because this base right here, Quentin Grimes, has been getting so much hype recently. A lot of people been using it. You want to put base Quentin Grimes. The releases, whatever releases work for you. You know, you could use them on pretty much all the jump shots. The base is what really determines the timing. That's what really changes stuff. So we're gonna go base Grimes, Baluba, and Sexton. If you're not a starter for a rep, I would recommend using this. Full release speeds maxed out, 70% Baluba, 30% Sexton. You need an 82 midi or 3-pointer to get the Grimes base unlocked, and then to get the full custom jump shot, you need an 86 3-pointer or midi. And again, make sure you guys are subscribed. I'm putting you all onto the best jumpers today. Now it's time to reveal the jump shot that I've been using for the last few months on all my live streams, in all my videos, going on all these win streaks, pulling up on win streaks, all that. I'm talking about the 6'5" to 6'9" jumper, the jumper that I use in my 6'8" build that I uploaded, you know, a few days ago, or my 6'6" build, stuff like that. Lockdowns, shorter poppers, like a 6'7" shooting center or something like that. My go-to shot on these type of builds is Kevin Durant. This is actually very important, especially for dribbling, not really for shooting at all, but for dribbling. This is a really good dribble move. Honestly, watch my dribble tutorial if you want to know how to use this. I posted that like a week ago. Once again, dribble pull up Pro 2. Make sure you have this on pretty much for all your builds. Spin jumper I have on Kyle Kuzma. Pop jumper once again I have on Jordan Clarkson. Here is finally the reveal. This jumper is nowhere on YouTube, like with this exact blending and all this, the exact releases. We have base Ray Allen. This base is crazy. I highly recommend it. If you're between 6'5" and 6'9", try base Ray Allen. Release 1 Rudy Gay, release 2 Kyle Korver. Full release for the visual cue, full release speed, 50-50 on the blending. We get an A+ release speed, A defensive immunity, a B- release height, and a B timing stability. I make crazy contested shots with this jumper. It's such a good jumper. The release height is a little bit low, B-. I mean, it's still solid. That's why it gets a little contested sometimes, but you make them because the jumper is just that good. This is what I've been running for the last like month or two, especially with button. I used to rhythm shoot, which we'll talk about in a second when I get to the shooting tips, but this is a really good jumper, especially if you shoot with the button. You need an 88 midi or 3-pointer to unlock Ray Allen base, and to use the full custom jumper, you need an 89 midi or 3-pointer. Now, if you don't have that high of shooting, you know, 89, 88, that's decently high. Quentin Grimes, once again, just like I talked about for small guards, this is another really good base, and the release height is higher, B+. Very similar grades, but the release height is higher, and this is a jump shot that has been getting a lot of hype lately in the 2K community. It's very tough to contest this jumper. I think it's even faster than the last one, Ray Allen, so it sounds pretty crazy. Some people just say it's a little bit harder at a time. I'm probably gonna be trying out this jumper a lot more in the coming weeks, but the Ray Allen jumper has just been so good for me. And here's the third jumper that I have for these 6'5" to 6'9" builds. This is gonna be the base Matt Ryan jump shot. This is what I was using for basically the first month or two, maybe even 3 months, especially when I was rhythm shooting a lot, shooting with the stick. This jumper was insane. I was shooting 80% from 3 with it. Full release speed, 40% bay, 60% Baluba. You can see the grades: A+ release speed, A defensive immunity, B- release height, and a D+ timing stability. Very good jumper. I highly recommend, but once again, I've been going crazy lately with the Ray Allen jumper I was just talking. Try all these jumpers out. I guarantee you will most likely be satisfied. And lastly, we have the 6'10" to 7'4" builds. For the go-to shot, I once again use Kevin Durant. For the dribble pull-up, you cannot get Pro 2 because your height's got to be under 6'10". So I use normal 2. This is a really good fade. Spin jumpers on normal, pop jumpers on normal 2. And this is the best jump shot for those 7-foot builds, the tallest shooting builds in the game. I have base Jonathan Isaac with release 1 Baluba and release 2 Franz Wagner. You guys can see I'm actually 1 tick off of release. I don't know if that was intentional, but that's what I have for the jumper, and I shoot really good with this jump shot and this setup. We have full release speed, 60% Baluba, 40% Franz Wagner. You can see the grades. A release speed, that's very good for a 7-foot, you know, tall jump shot. A+ release height, bro. I shoot over. That's what's crazy about this jump shot. I shoot over everybody. When I used to play starting 5, I would get a little toxic. I'd hop on the 7'4" or even, you know, in park. But starting 5 especially, I would just call for the ball, no dip, which I'll show you how to do that if you don't know how to do that in a second. I was calling for the ball, no dipping, shooting over everybody. A+ release height on my 7'4", it's unguardable. A defensive immunity, and we also have an F timing stability, but I think timing stability matters the least. If you guys want even more jump shot data, then go to NBA2K26.com and sign up using code SOLO. That'll give you 20% off, and starting from $7.99, 20% off, it's like makes it like $5. You'll get access to the 2K Lab jump shot recommender tool, the best data on jump shot bases, releases, shot speeds, green windows, average green percentages. You'll also get the custom jump shot recommender where you can connect your controller to the website and find which jump shot is the best for your latency. I can't click custom jump shots because that to reveal the data, they'd probably like sue me or something. They literally have a chart with all the best, you know, bases, releases, speeds, average make percentage, peak make percentage, all of that. I'll put a link in the description. It's NBA2K26.com. It's a few dollars. Just use code SOLO to make it even cheaper. It would be messed up to post a jump shot video without mentioning NBA2K Lab. Now that you guys put on the jump shots, you're already going to be a decent to good shooter. But now with these shooting tips I'm about to tell you, your turn from a good shooter to an elite shooter. There's a lot of things that the best players, including myself, you know, look for in terms of shot selection and everything like that, that allows us to shoot at very high percentages. First thing being when to release it. Now we're going to be shooting with no shot meter. So if you're a beginner, this might be crazy because once again, you get a huge boost for turning off your shot meter. But basically you want to use your player's body, even your player's arms, especially as your new shot meter. You want to learn exactly, you know, when to release it in the shot motion. It's very similar to the shot meter, but you get the boost. And so I'm going to freeze the video when I want to release it. This is where you want to release it every single time, especially if you have on release visual cue in the custom jump shot creator or in your settings. All right, so here we go right there. That is exactly where you want to release it, basically where your elbows kind of lock out. You're basically at the end of the shooting motion. That's why we have it on release, because that's the latest in the shooting motion. Release, you know, if you have it on jump, for example, you want to release it when your player literally jumps off the ground mad early in the shooting motion. That makes it the quickest, the hardest to do. That's why I have it on release, so you have the most time to react to the jumper and you're still able to green it. The next thing that you guys need to know about is no dip. This is something that I'd say only good players use. It's a new mechanic they added this year. Basically, you want to hold left trigger or L2 before you catch the ball and shoot right off the catch. This eliminates the dip in your jumper. Like normally when someone shoots a ball, they bring it down to their hip, then they go up and shoot it. You just catch up here and just go straight up. It makes it so quick, it's uncontestable. So like here's a regular jumper, you see very slow catch, and then here's a no dip, way faster. Especially if you rhythm shoot, this is an insane mechanic. Very fast. I'm also on a 6'8" right now. Like if I was on a small guard, it'd be way quicker. Here's a normal catch, ready? Normal catch versus no dip. If you don't know how to rhythm shoot, I'll explain that in a second. But with rhythm shooting, this is so easy. With button shooting, honestly, it's kind of hard. It's a little bit harder to get the tempo down, or the timing, I should say. But with rhythm, it's so forgiving. Like rhythm shooting was already easy. Mixing that in with the no dip, I mean, it's crazy. Especially on the twos court. Like let's say I'm on the inbound, I'm starting over here, run back, catch it, no dip, just shooting over them. Next up, we got to talk about fading versus standstill shots. Now in September, when the game first dropped, you could fade from anywhere. Now I'll probably, yeah, see, I even missed it, but I'll probably make some because I'm in my court. It's a little bit lower difficulty, but you could literally fade from back here. That would be green. I know it sounds crazy, but when the game first came out, it was. Now fading threes is something you're basically not going to want to do. It's almost never a good shot unless you have like heat check or takeover or something. Even then, like I probably still wouldn't recommend it. The only time you want to fade is on a midi fading still is very, very good, but other than that, you don't really want to fade. It's going to be a lot of standstills. That's a very good shot, obviously off the catch too, off dimer, but just don't fade threes. Like they patched it, they nerfed it. It is not good anymore. Next up, we have rhythm shooting. I recently have been button shooting because they banned rhythm shooting from like comp pro-am leagues and wagers and all that. So I just want to get the button timing down, but I honestly think rhythm shooting is better. If you don't know what rhythm shooting is, it's something they added, I think last year. It's basically shooting with the sticks. You want to hold down and then flick up when it's time to release. So if you hold down, it starts the shooting motion right there. I never even flicked up, but if you flick up, that's when you want to release it. Just like when you're shooting with the button, you let go when you want to release it. You'll see when I shoot with button down there at the bottom, we only have timing, but when I shoot with rhythm with the stick, we also have tempo. That's basically the speed you're flicking the stick up. So you want to hold down and then flick up, and you just want to find that perfect timing. Once you get it down, it's so easy. It might take a few tries at first. Do not hold the sprint button, because I have a habit of holding the sprint button, especially when I shoot like with button or something. I'm always holding the sprint button. I don't know why, but if you hold the sprint button with rhythm shooting, it'll make you hop back. When I first tried doing this, it was making me mad because I was like, why am I hopping back? Don't hold the sprint button when you rhythm shoot. Now, you can do it when you're running, because like especially your fades, what are you going to do? Let go and then slow down. Like they're going to close out on you. What you want to do here is you want to hold up and then flick down. So for the standstills, what I do is I hold down, flick up. For the running fades, you want to hold up and then flick down. And once again, for the standstills with them, I'm not holding the sprint button, but for the fades, I am, and I'm going up, down. My next tip is adrenaline. You guys see the 3 little bars below my player, right? They're yellow, right? If we're a beginner, maybe you don't know what those are, but you see I'm losing them as I'm dribbling. The more you dribble, the more you're gonna lose your adrenaline, and it's gonna be harder to shoot. Now, basically, when you have 1 adrenaline left or 0, it's gonna be nearly impossible to make that shot. Now I'm in the my court, so the difficulty is a little bit lower right now. I'll probably make it, but basically, when you get down to that point, you do not want to shoot the ball. Basically, you'll lose those adrenaline bars every 4 dribble moves. So 3, 4, that's the 4th one. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just lost another one. If you left stick cancel after every few dribble moves, this cancels out the adrenaline loss. So look, I'll do, like, I'm just gonna flick down with the left stick. Basically, you have to move the left stick after every dribble move. So let's say I do this, like a Paul George escape, just flick down. Now right there, I kind of messed up, but you see, you can't even really notice that I'm flicking down, but you see I'm not losing adrenaline. That's because I'm tapping my left stick. If you mix in those taps with the left stick, it kind of messes with the game, I guess, and just thinks you reset your dribbling or something. I don't know. That's the left stick canceled up. Watch my dribble tutorial if you want to learn more about it, or maybe you're just confused a little bit. But yeah, I'm just doing a dribble move and then flicking down basically right away. That maintains your adrenaline, which is very important. Right there, I messed it up, but it's very important to maintain your adrenaline when shooting, and stamina as well, or else it's gonna be so much harder to shoot. You watch this video to the end, that means that you are a real one. And if you're a real one, go down below, click that red subscribe button if you haven't already. We gotta hit 900K soon. Closing in on it. Help me out. If you need help with builds, getting VC, or dribbling, I'll drop some other helpful videos in the description. If you enjoyed this video, click the video pop to your screen right now.